Hello everyone, welcome to the African Entrepreneurship Channel. Today I'm really excited to talk about this specific topic. Africa's single biggest issue. What can this possibly be? Well, it's something you probably have heard before, but something you probably never acted on before. So, for the next few minutes, we're going to look at exactly what this is, how it is impacting the continent, the influence, the huge effect it is having on the continent right now, and most importantly, how do we solve it? How do you become part of the solution too? Because remember, this is the African Entrepreneurship Channel, and we talk solutions. If asked to name the issues affecting Africa, or the problems in Africa, well, the 7-year-old, the 10-year-old, the 20-year-old, the 60-year-old, everyone seems to be well versed at this. Well, this is partially because these issues are actually lived on a day-to-day basis, and that makes them obvious. However, are they all that obvious? It turns out to be the case that the single biggest issue in Africa is not any one of those that seem so obvious, any one of those big issues that we usually tend to talk about, like food insecurity, unemployment, poor infrastructure, etc. And the reason why, and this is actually the reason why it is very dangerous, because it disguises itself so well that it can actually affect the brightest of minds or the problem solvers of Africa, and them not getting to realize that this is actually happening or this is actually affecting me. What is this? Thought. You might have heard of it as the way we think or mindset. Whatever that you call it, this is the single biggest issue in Africa. Who does this affect? This affects Africans of all ages, and even most critical at the very childhood stage. And here I will share a story with you. This happened to me personally whilst I was in my country last December. And a girl in sports, doing so well in sports, was being interviewed and asked, "What is your dream?" And she responded, "To go to the US." Well, this is not about my country alone. Neither is it about that single girl. This is about thousands and thousands of young African children that are programmed, that tend to think that the way forward, the ultimate solution or the ultimate path to their success lies beyond the shores of their nations. What does this do? You might have seen online or maybe are aware of how young people tend to be even more creative than adults. So at that very young stage, at the very early stage, every nation, every continent should strive to capture the creativity of her young ones. Try and capture the focus of her young ones. So if at this very early stage, the young ones are thinking outside of the continent, how do we expect them to grow and connect with the continent's problems and get to actually involve in solving them? Adults are as well affected by this issue. And actually, Many adults right now, the youth and the older generation, grew up with this mindset. There is another way this tends to affect adults in Africa, and it's about how we think about responsibility. Go through documentaries or series of interviews of citizens of nations in Africa about problems in their countries. What do you tend to hear? The government this, the government that. They should do this, they should do that. It's always about they. There is rarely, if at all, any mention of I should do this, I will do this, I should be doing this. The fact of the matter is that the problems on the continent, the issues on the continent, are a shared responsibility. We all have our parts to play. Now we go to the most important part of this. How do we address this issue? First of all, be aware. I strongly believe that issues that have to do with the mind could be approached by, first of all, being conscious that this can actually or potentially affect me. That consciousness helps one to always question their decisions or the steps that they want to make. So that is one significant step you should note. Secondly, spread the word. Do not take it as a mega issue. Be mindful, this is the single biggest issue in Africa. The third solution I would call for all of us to take has to do with what the youth and the older generation owe the younger ones. Let us go out there and spread hope and spread a new perspective to the African children and show them how the problems that they see around them are opportunities for them to capitalize on and create the Africa that they want to see. Even better than the changes that the youth and the adults could potentially make. I hope you're able to see how thought tends to be the single biggest issue in Africa. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe, like, and share this material with the rest of the world. See you in our next video. Bye.